State Farm Stadium. The Cardinals listening for the sound of their signature big red siren, which signals an air raid and brings them out to a sea of red here in Glendale. Ball is teed up. Zane Gonzalez to do the honors. And away we go in Glendale. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And bringing them out in his 10th season now. A veteran who minimizes turnovers better than almost anyone here in the NFL, Jacoby Brissett.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way, and every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? Often the ones who make a postseason run.
On first down, it's Brissett. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Second and 6.
To the air yet again, Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. 6 yards to go here. It's third down.
No gain on the play. It's third down.
Shotgun handoff to Carter. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means fourth down coming up.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
So now we get a player who called Glendale home for 4 years, punting at nearby Arizona State, Matt Hawk. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team is a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Shoots away from one. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now on first down. He's running with it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good for a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down on the goals.
Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. He's got it in the red zone. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone.
That's another Boston first down.
Working inside the red zone. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Armadillos get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some points every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Can we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game. Yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Brissett with it on first. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second down. Here's Brissett again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Carter here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Carter again.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Armadillos and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. First down, play action. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Back now, pressure coming. Has a downfield working the left. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside gets the job done.
He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Austin.
They'll run it from the gun. Escapes the defender. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Back to the well again. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. The Armadillos pull that in front further. 13-zip. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Looking slant route complete. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
We're set now on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brissett. This finds Carter, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down, it's Brissett. Hits him on the in route. And this one does not go far. Matt Hawk on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Armadillos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. They'll run here on 1st down. Makes a tackle. He's still going. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They give it to him again. He dodged the tackle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
And an Austin first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He's keeping it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got hit as he tried to throw, and normally those linemen are the ones making that hit to affect the pass, Brock. It is so nice to see one of the big boys on the other end of the impact play, getting the INT that time.
And couldn't you almost feel the thought bubbles coming off his helmet? Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You don't get many chances to get an interception as a D lineman. And that ball seemed to be in the air forever for him. But he makes the play. His friends, his family are celebrating. And most importantly, his teammates right by him.
Score one for the big boys, baby. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Running right, this is Carter. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake, Brissett. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals kick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
First down and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, what better way to follow up one interception Then by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Clean it over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Going play action here, Brissett. The cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. They get this one to Brooks. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
A gain of 5 yards.
So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Armadillos and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. Back to work after throwing the pick. That one's complete over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a new set of downs.
At the 43-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The 2nd down pass. Calais Campbell on the stop. A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Finds his man over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
This makes it up to the 25. Outhead the Cardinals now on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. On first down, it's Brissett. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, Brissett. Short pass brought in. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Cardinals out for the punt. Matt Hawk will kick it away.
It's 4th down.
He has it at the 22. Shoots another one. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Armadillos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. On first down, they'll run. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Austin.
Design quarterback run here. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards.
Third and long for him here. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
And keeping his own lead costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's his running back. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Armadillos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Second and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
It's third down.
Rolling from the gun here. Oh, he's going to run for it. Oh, he lost the football. And this run's recovered by the Cardinals.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Brown on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches.
Third down.
They sneak it with Brissett. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop it at the line. No gain. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Now an inside give to Carter. And It'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
They run it again with Carter. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the first and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
They get to Carter, right side. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning and some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
3rd and goal for Brissett. And he scores. That's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals make it 17-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. In the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Working on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And they stop him before he can reach that marker. And now we've got a penalty flag out too.
Holding offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They send a man in motion. Brissett with it on 1st. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Brissett now on 1st and 10. Stepping up, and he's going to run. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
Shotgun now for Brissett. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's Brissett to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
He is stopped. They needed more out of that than just the 2 yards they got. It's 4th down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. So once again, Matt Hawk out to punt this away. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. He's got it over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All set to go now from the 35. They'll throw it here on first. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. The final throw before the break. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot.